For 40 years, one bloodline has ruled the golden plains of the Masai Mara. Kings have risen here. Kings have fallen here. Entire coalitions have marched in from the north, conquered this territory, and vanished within a single generation. But through every drought, every war, every coup, one family has never disappeared. They call it the Marsh Pride. And today, its survival rests on the shoulders of two lionesses, standing completely alone, with no male within miles to answer if they call for help. My name is James Thornton, and this is their story. The Masai Mara has never been short of famous lions. Hundreds have passed through these grasslands, hunted here, mated here, died here, and been forgotten within a season. Their names known only to the researchers who tracked them and the tourists who photographed them once. But the Marsh Pride is different. Nature documentary crews have followed this exact bloodline for longer than most viewers watching this video have been alive. For 4 decades, this lineage has held territory that other prides would kill for, land rich enough in prey to support litter after litter, generation after generation. Today, that legacy's future depends on 2 sisters, Kabibi and Cloudy Eye. Between them, these 2 lionesses gave birth to 7 cubs. Only 4 survived the first, brutal months of life. Kabibi's 3 cubs are strong, fed, and alert, a small miracle in a landscape where most first-year cubs never see their second birthday. Cloudy Eye was not so fortunate. Of her litter, only one remains, a single, wide-eyed female cub who does not yet know how fragile her existence is. 2 years ago, Cloudy Eye's left eye was clouded almost white, the legacy of an old injury that should have marked her as prey rather than predator. Somehow, against every rule of this ecosystem, that eye has healed. She sees clearly again. And she will need to, because right now, the Marsh Pride's greatest weakness is standing in plain sight. There is not a single adult male within reach to defend them. That absence is about to become a matter of life and death. On the open floodplains near Musiara, a herd of buffalo has spotted the pride. To a buffalo, a lion is not simply a predator to avoid. It is an enemy to be destroyed. Given the chance, a buffalo herd will not just chase lions away. They will trample cubs. They will gore adults. They remember every lion that has ever hunted their calves, and they do not forgive. Kabibi and Cloudy Eye have nowhere to run. What they have is a single dead tree, fallen and half buried in the dry grass, the only high ground for half a mile in any direction. It is not much, but it is enough to change the geometry of this fight. The 2 lionesses climb onto the exposed trunk, putting themselves above the buffalo's line of charge. Somewhere below, hidden in grass that has gone brittle and gold with the dry season, 4 cubs lie flattened against the earth, utterly silent. This is a survival instinct written into them before birth. When danger comes, a lion cub does not cry out. It does not move. It does not exist, as far as the world is concerned, until its mother calls it back. Cubs this young have already learned the one lesson that decides whether they see their first birthday. Stillness is survival, and panic is a death sentence broadcast to every predator within earshot. The buffalo herd advances snorting, testing the wind, their black shapes forming a wall against the horizon. Buffalo do not forget. A herd that has lost a calf to lions once will remember that scent for years, and a full-grown Cape buffalo bull, weighing close to a ton, can kill an adult lion outright with a single well-placed hook of its horns. This is not a bluff. Every year across the Mara, lions die exactly this way. Caught in the open, outnumbered, with no tree, No rise in the ground, nothing to break the charge. A single misstep here. One cub breaking cover, one lioness losing her nerve, could end this bloodline's 40-year reign in a single afternoon. But Kabibi and Cloudy Eye do not break. A pride of lionesses becomes nearly unbeatable against buffalo when their numbers exceed 4, especially with even one adult male backing them. Today, they have neither. What they have instead is experience. These two sisters have faced this exact standoff more times than anyone has counted, and they know something the buffalo herd does not. Patience is a weapon too. Minute by minute, the buffalo's aggression cools into confusion. There is no clear target, no fleeing cub to chase, nothing to trample. Slowly, reluctantly, the herd begins to peel away, drifting back toward the open plain until the threat dissolves as quickly as it arrived. Only then do 4 small heads rise from the grass, called back by a sound too soft for any predator 200 meters away to hear. The Marsh Pride survives another day, but its vulnerability has been exposed for anyone watching. And in the Mara, someone is always watching. Nearly 18 miles away, on the open plains of Topi Plains, 5 lions are moving with purpose. These are not strangers to the Marsh Pride story. They are its protectors, 5 brothers whose coalition once shattered this very pride apart before rebuilding it stronger than before. Years ago, their arrival sent Kabibi, Cloudy Eye, and 2 other sisters, Kaylee and Dada, scattering in 4 different directions, fracturing a family that had stood together for a generation. Today, those same 5 brothers are the only reason the Marsh Pride still exists as a single bloodline. There is a brutal irony written into lion society. The males who conquer a pride by force are, more often than not, the males who go on to defend it with their lives. When these 5 brothers first arrived in Marsh Pride territory, they did not come as protectors. They came as invaders, forcing out the resident males, scattering the resident females in a single terrifying night that split Kabibi and Cloudy Eye from their sisters Kali and Dada. One pair fleeing east, the other west, the pride's unity broken in an instant. Now those same 5 brothers have grown into their power fully, thick-maned, heavily muscled, moving with the unhurried confidence of animals that have never lost a fight worth remembering. In a territory this size, challenging this coalition is not a contest. It is a death sentence for whoever tries. What began as a hostile takeover has become the very thing keeping this bloodline alive. But right now, these 5 are not thinking about Marsh Pride's cubs hiding in dry grass 18 miles away. They are searching for something else entirely. New territory, new females, a chance to expand a dominion that already stretches further than any rival coalition dares to test. It is the same restless ambition that built empires like Mapogo before them. Control is never enough. Control must always grow. 2 of the brothers pause beneath a lone tree, joined by 2 lionesses from a neighboring pride. The heat of the day has turned their attention toward something older than territory, the drive to produce the next generation, a process so demanding that a single successful litter can require hundreds of matings over just a few days. It is exhausting, relentless work, and it is also the entire point. Every cub born from this bloodline extends a dynasty that has already outlived a dozen rival coalitions. Meanwhile, back near Musiara, Cloudy Eye is finally alone with her single surviving cub, away from the tension of the open plains. If this last cub survives to adulthood, and the odds remain brutally against her, she will not just carry Cloudy Eye's bloodline forward. She will help decide whether the Marsh Pride's name still means anything in this valley a decade from now. 2 more lionesses of the same family, Kylie and Dada, the sisters scattered on the night this coalition first arrived, are out there too, somewhere beyond the reach of today's danger, both carrying the Pride's next generation inside them. They have chosen to give birth away from the main Pride, in dense cover where hyenas and rival males are far less likely to find a newborn litter. It is a lonely, dangerous few weeks for a first-time mother, but it is also the safest option available in a landscape where almost every predator will kill a competitor's cubs given the chance. When their cubs are born, and old enough to survive the first 90 days that claim so many, they will be brought home. The Marsh Pride does not simply survive. It rebuilds, litter by litter, mother by mother, the same way it has for 40 years. For now, the buffalo have retreated. The cubs are hidden and safe. 5 brothers patrol a kingdom they conquered and then chose to protect, expanding a dominion that already stretches further than any rival coalition in this valley dares to test. And 2 sisters, one scarred, one healed, have proven once again that a pride does not need numbers to survive. It needs mothers who refuse to run, even when the only shield between their cubs and a charging herd is a dead tree and their own nerve. But the Mara doesn't offer peace for long. Territories this rich always attract challengers, and coalitions this dominant always eventually meet a rival. Young enough, hungry enough, and numerous enough to test them. Somewhere beyond the tree line, new threats are already gathering, and next time, the 5 brothers may not be close enough to help at all, or may not be the ones who hold this ground much longer. If you want to see whether the Marsh Pride holds its ground when the coalition is gone, subscribe and stay with us, because their story is far from finished.